by people of different races on different places, in different places, including by black Hispanic men and fully black men and women that I have a nice dick. But I don't know if it's length that they were getting at, or the girth, or both. But I don't have the power to fuck well. So like, just because you have a big gun doesn't mean you can get a lot of kills in if you don't know how to use it. And I have zero experience with my penis other than with Pamela Henderson and her doppelganger, which would also be Pamela Henderson, but on the left. So, like, two versions of her, and this one's a Republican, or no, conservative, and this one's a liberal, Canadian. And the penis is a centrist. Obviously. He's also a pianist. Ha 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 ha. It is funny how close pianist is to penis. Like, are we talking about someone who plays the piano, or are we talking about my schlong? I can't wait to move on to Assassin's Creed 2, where the combat system is just as shitty, and I have to and I'm going to scream and yell at the fact that I did in fact hit the counter button 17.5 billion times, but it's just not working. But instead of being a Middle Eastern man, I'm a good-looking Italian man. Not that Altair is not good-looking, but I mean, Ezio. Although he starts as being 17, but that's legal where I live, so you know, any Italian Canadians want some of this dick, as long as you're at least 16, and I would have, yeah, just be an adult, okay? Because I want to have to deal with your parents, or you're an orphan, like, or you live on your own, which would mean that you either ran away from home, or you're like a criminal, like a halfway house type. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just thinking like a submissive Guido twink. What is this bullshit about the fucking short sword being better? No. Oh, because not always with the frickin' dodging or countering. Your life. Yeah. At least if there's any, like, people of these people's, like, race and religion stuff, like, watching this and being like, oh, it's like he likes slaughtering my kind. Well, like the English Christians are there as well. So basically, if you're a fucking religious oppressive piece of shit, if you're an oppressive religious piece of shit, I have no problem. Well, I'm not gonna kill you. I mean, I've definitely just gone out of my way to just kill guards for no reason. But you can't tell me it's not fun.
You stand no chance against
I'm not going around killing like religious, extremely religious like assholes of English white descent or of Christians of the white race and or whatever the fuck that means. Ow! And then like Muslims of, well, here you go with the Christians. Muslims of like brown people from Pakistan or Iraq or Iran or I walk briskly. People from Iran are into cardio. People from Iraq are into tits. That's where I'm getting at. Like, women from Iraq are probably good on their feet. Women from Iran have big tits. Or the other way around. Did I say Iraq? If you're from Iraq, you got big tits. If you're from Iran, you got strong legs. That's the canon. Don't argue it. It's canon. Iraq is a set of tits. If you didn't know that. Now, I would really like to know if Iraqi women have huge tits, because Middle Eastern women can be very beautiful and, like, you know, I like tits, so. And if people regardless of their sex from Iran are good on their feet. So, you know, I might need to hire someone to do some running, I don't know. Like, you know, someone to do something that this man would do. I'm not saying, I'm joking. I'm not saying I'm going to hire someone to assassinate someone. Yet. It's not time yet.
Come no further.
Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel.
Offering terms of surrender then? It's about time.
You misunderstand. It's Al-Muallim who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I wouldn't be taken so easily!
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then! That I may judge the truth! Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sable.
My lieutenant!
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabrand. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men, better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation. Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do. You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader armies?
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Why? What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat.
Brave open on this.
Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
OBS is here.
If this is what you
Games day.
wish,
It is.
so be it. To arms, assassin!
Okay, that's not fair. Really? Okay, no, hold on. He's leaving it to armed combat, but it's one against a bunch of you. So Altair has to go on alone. But fucking Ezio and Connor and all those douchebags, they're not douchebags. Ezio and Connor and them, they get fucking reinforcements, but Altair has to do everything alone. Mio Dio. Or my god in Arabic. Or Arabic? Whatever fucking language Altair would be speaking. Arabic. Right? Yes, okay, so my god in Arabic. Yeah, Ya ilahi? Okay. Or is that wrong? Oh, that's oh my god. Like Dios míos, I mean, like, which is, yeah, mio Dio is Italian, so mio Dio, Dios míos, mi Deus, mon Deus. What is it in French? En français. Mon Dieu. For Robert de Sade. My God. Okay, hold on. Does the Jewish God have a name? Wait. The names God often used in the Bible are the Tetragrammaton. Wait, Tetragrammaton? Is that the fucking cube thing? That that's in somewhere that they pray to, the Muslims? Because it's like, no, that would just be, it'd just be a fucking cube. What am I saying? Tetra is 4. 4. Tetragrammaton. And Elohim. Adonai. El Elyon. El Shaddai. Shekinah. Shekinah? What's the name of the Jewish God in Islam? Yahweh. Yeah, but Allah means God, whereas Yahweh doesn't mean God. It's like Zeus or Poseidon or Thor or Odin or Enlil. Well, Enlil means Lord of the Land. Sky. Lord of the Sky, Sky Lord, like Sky Father, Mon or Jupiter, Deus Pater, Zeus Pater, Sky Father, Sky Daddy. It's Father's Day. Someone somewhere is definitely has wished the Lord a happy Father's Day. I'm a father to my cats. And Enki means Lord of the Land, and Ki being the goddess of the earth, so Lord of the Earth. And there was in like early Jewish stuff, read somewhere that there was like the god that created the universe and then the god that was in control of Earth. So Enlil and Enki, but Anu is Enki and Enlil's father, and then he has a father, which is En? No. Ki and Lil? No. Lil Colombian Pimp? Um, fuck me. Um, wait, but like the names of God are like he is the Tetragrammaton romanized as Y8WH. So and that's the like the symbol in Hebrew. So for something. Hold on a fucking second. So is a tetragrammaton a fucking like shape? Oh, grammar something. Oh, grammar. Yeah, okay. Grandma. YHVA. So Yahweh. Jehovah. Yeah, that makes sense. So Yahweh is a would be then a misnomer. It would be Yahweh. Yahuwah, God is my salvation. Names of God in Judaism. Elohim, but there was also Yahweh of Canaanite religion. Canaanite Yahweh. Pantheon Yahweh. If Yahweh is truly a Canaanite God, what does that mean? This is Reddit. What does that mean? Please load. For Christianity as a whole. If you're coming from a perspective that Christianity is a beautiful religion, but just a religion, not the true religion, then understand it's not a beautiful religion. But also, when I keep on saying about the Bible having the thing where it says kill an entire family and then you can kidnap and rape you can take their young virgin daughters for yourself. Pretty sure that's part of the Old Testament, which means it's part of the Jewish side of things. Nothing against. I'm not saying okay, well then then the Christians are good. I'm just saying it comes from like the Hebrew stuff, like where it's like if they're not a Jew, kill them and you can have their daughters. But regardless of where it's from, that comes from a very long time ago where people were fucked up. Ironic. Wait, I really want to pick someone's brain, but like, you can't pick a religious person's brain if they're still religious. Like, I need to go onto like the subreddits that are like former Muslims and former Christians and former Jews. Well, I don't know. I feel like you can't have been a Jew, but there's also people who are Muslim but they're not religious, and they make it out similar to being a Jew. Uh, there's a YouTube account called Jew Boy. Yeah. Uh, and all he does is like react to like anti-Semitic memes or something, or jokes like in Family Guy and The Simpsons and American Dad and um South Park and like other things. But like he's Jewish and he just reacts to things like anti-Jewish jokes or like it sounds worse than it is. It's like like the Asian comedians who all their channel is just like comedy about Asian stereotypes, but they're like, yeah, most of the stereotypes are true. It's like all these accounts, all like there's black people, there's Jewish people, there's Asian people who make either they react to comedy or they perform comedy, they create comedy around stereotypes that are true, but not that true, I suppose. Like they share the truth within these stereotypes. And it's interesting to me that a lot of certain stereotypes, these people are like, yep, yeah, we're like that sometimes. I mean, he also makes jokes about like, I will pay you this amount of money, and he's like, wait, no, hold on, no, that's too much. I'm still Jewish or something like that. But like, I'm pretty sure most Jews are probably not actually fucking cheap. They're probably, if anything, they're really good with their money, and they're not frivolous, and they don't spend on a whim like I do. Or they don't. They do. I don't. But like, I don't. I don't really know where all the fucking Semitic, like there's old greedy and corrupt. Like nowadays, it's like because a lot of banks and companies are run by Jews, and so if something goes wrong, then you can blame Jews. But that's just stupid. You could say the same about white people, which people do. You could say the same about men, which people do. They always find a scapegoat. But what was like, obviously, I'm not going to agree with it, but I want to know where the hatred actually came from. Was it from religion, or was it from like a shitty group of people or shitty individuals that were Jewish in the very distant past, and it all just kind of over and over again, people were like, oh, there was a pattern of it, and it kind of just uh, stuck, caught on. Because I hate that. I hate that. It's all about individual personality traits. Because again, Walt Disney, not Jewish, anti-Semitic. Basically, like, he became the Jewish stereotype. Or he was the Jewish stereotype, but he was not a Jew. He hated Jews. His rivals were Jewish. Well, actually, multiple of. So the artist or the creator of fucking Speedy the Mouse or was it no? It's Five Goes West. There are no cats in America. He was Jewish, and there was like a joke in Family Guy that was on Jew Boy's account where like this Russian lady was like, "Oh yeah, I found you," and then he was murdered by Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse was like, "Oh, Jew Mouse." So it's because Walt Disney was a fucking anti-Semitic piece of shit. Anti-Semitic, Semitic, didn't like Jews. And then the main thing, which I find very interesting, is the whole Fleischer-Disney relationship. Two animation studios run by two brothers on each. The Jewish one was, or the Fleischers were from New York. The Disneys were from Los Angeles or just California. And Fleischer made some very like darker cartoons, but they were like surreal, and it's very possible that Mickey Mouse was a ripoff of Felix the Cat. Also, Betty Boop used to be a dog. And Betty Boop was dating Felix the Cat, and then they made her a human. Now, obviously, a dog and a cat being in a relationship is also weird, but I was gonna say rabbit. A cat having a human girlfriend is weird, just like Roger Rabbit, where Jessica Rabbit is not a rabbit, she's a human. Well, she's a cartoon, but she's a human. She's a cartoon human. I don't know who created Roger Rabbit or who framed him. But I think the Disney's basically just drove Fleischer Studio into the ground. I'm not sure what Walt Disney's brother was like in terms of being anti-Semitic, but Semitic, not liking Jews. But I can't imagine he was a good person. And yeah, and now apparently Disney is run by Jewish people. So if anything, like, good for them, they won. Is that why the fucking neo-Nazis were like, they're not gonna replace us, screaming outside of Disney World or Disneyland, or one of those? I mean, you bring back Fleischer Studios, and Fleischer Studios was the company that first made Superman cartoons, created by DC, which is the rival of Marvel, which is now owned by Disney. But Marvel, well, I don't know about early Marvel, but like Stan Lee. Stan Lee was Jewish, right? No. Asian? Is he a Lee, but he's not Jewish, or he's not Asian? I'm going to places. Was Jack Kirby a Jew? They didn't want, for a long time, I know I've read that in a Reddit post that for a long time Magneto was not Jewish because they didn't want it to come across as anti-Semitic, which, you know, is a whole thing where people, like, after like the 40s and 50s, before that they wouldn't have had villains or heroes being anything other than white, but then later they would have refrained from having villains be anything other than white because they were scared of being considered racist or anti-Semitic or whatever. I am afraid of making my villains anything other than white, and I'm afraid to, and I have a hard time writing characters. Well, I have a hard time when I've created characters, they've been white just because I'm white. I think that's just natural. Like the trio is white, and because it's a them, and then I added it like, oh, their families know each other, and now there's 5 children in each fucking family. There's a set of twins in each family. If that's just fucking bad writing, I don't care. If you think it's bad writing, it's your opinion, then each family has 5 kids, so 4 births, 5 kids. The Forrests, the second youngest are the twins. The Newtons, the youngest, are the twins, and the Wallaces, the oldest, are the twins. And then there's the first kids, and then another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Jane, Dick, or Richard Forrest, Dick Forrest, Jason and James, and then Lily, who's now going to be the missing one, I think. It's either all the Lilies went missing and they're the one now, but they went missing, but then they were found and they are like the bridge between the worlds. Or it's just Jimmy from Earth 1. And then there's Abigail, okay, let's go to the Wallaces, Coda and Skylar. And then Rose, Heather, Skylar, Rose, Heather Shannon, something like that. Heather Shannon being the middle name, and then Olivia, and then Orion. I might have to change his name. It's just I don't know if that's like, I don't know if I like that name. I don't know. Whatever. Also, Coda, Skylar, and Orion sound very like either native names or names that people would stereotypically give to native characters where they're not native, or they are native, but natives would be like, why are those their names? Skylar is fine. It's not, the other ones are bad. Coda is Japanese, but it's also native. Whatever. And then Abigail, Jack, Abraham, and then the twins being Addison and Maddie? No, Addison and something. Fuck. Whatever. So each family has 5 children, and 4 different years that they were born in the same years. So these kids were born in the same year. These kids were being born in the same year. These kids were born in the same year, and these kids were born in the same year. I'm very particular. I'm very patterned. I like patterns. I like parallels. Where's this coming from? This is coming from talking about God? Jew boy. Stereotypes. Rage. Bisexual. Bigender. Canadian streamer. Now I'm just reading my Twitch. I don't know if I'm bigender. Nobody knows. I was constant tug of war with myself on my attraction to certain humans. Well, I like dark skin in general. I like black women. I like black men. Fucking sue me. Okay. I don't see how it's fair that
C'est trop facile.
Du magst noch nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren. Erbärmlich!
that I have to fight all these people
Du kannst nicht fliegen.
and repair the south. But hold on, wait, do I just go assassinate them?
C'est trop facile. Que le Seigneur ait pitié.
Really?
Ja, machst es noch nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren. Mit mir, du Narr. Ja. Was ist mit mir, du Narr? Erbärmlich!
Tu n'es pas à la hauteur.
Tu vas me le payer cher.
Puisque tu y tiens, je vais t'achever.
Was ist mit mir, du Narr? Du kannst nicht siegen.
Okay, come on. I only have a couple fucking dudes left. Come on, dude. No, do not do this to me. Do not do this to me with this fucking shitty game. Fucking shit combat.
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view of your surroundings.
C'est un assassin! Erbärmlich! Kannst nicht siegen.
I don't have any freaking throwing knives anymore.
Du machst es noch nicht wissen.
I'm pretty sure that's why it's good to use a short blade, because it's also the throwing knives. But if the fucking counter button would work 99% of the, well, 100% of the time, thank you very much, then I would be a happy boy. Man. Man, Bear Pig. I'm not Man Bear Pig, so you don't have to worry, Al Gore.
Puisse le Seigneur me donner la force.
He's a super serial guy. Anyone who thinks that global warming is not a problem is fucking mentally challenged.
Les flammes de l'enfer vont se dévorer. Tu n'es pas à la hauteur.
I can't even go over to where he is. What is going on? What the fuck? It won't even let me fucking attack him.
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave the area.
Okay. My trademark is my accent. Acadians embracing their brand of French. The ultimate currency to buy with $1,000. I don't have $1,000 to spend on cryptocurrency. Democrats agree Biden had to act on immigration, but they're split over his asylum order. Okay, whatever. I just want to. I'm being distracted right now. Oh yeah, I got rid of the thing with like all this day in history, and then it shows all the fucking porn that I've downloaded. How to easily draw a realistic Triceratops with crayons. That's very. Whole spire on Mars could be a gateway to ancient alien life. Oh boy. Russia to be forced to surrender if not accepting terms of peace. What? Italian Prime Minister. Oh god. Oh no, 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 no. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Meloni. Oh god. Defending Ukraine means uniting all the efforts of the international community to protect Ukraine. If Ukraine does not agree to Ukraine, if Russia does not agree to Ukraine's terms, we will force it to surrender. We need to set the minimum conditions for this discussion. Isn't that kind of like a threat of war? Peace does not mean surrender, as President Putin seems to suggest with his latest declaration. It does not. Using peace with subjugation would set a dangerous precedent for everyone. Today's conference represents a bold initiative which dismantles certain narratives of propaganda. No one is not one word. No one can question the absolute importance of the three crucial topics of global interest which have been discussed today: nuclear safety, food security, and the human dimension. Holy crap. Does no one fucking proofread this? Like, no one as one word, and then it says, and the human dimension. In particular, the return of displaced children, they matter to us all, and I think also in today's discussion that there is much we can build from here. Italy has always done its part, and it does not intend to walk away. However, we need to join all our possible efforts in order to help Ukraine look towards the future. What we need to do... Well, actually, no, because... Basically, if the international community made Ukraine a member of, what's it called? Of the thing, the thing that would make it, so that we have to defend them, that would basically be a declaration of war. If they became part of that community, then they would be a country that is being attacked and everyone else has to defend. Meaning Canada, the UK, well, the UK is not a country, it is a collection of countries. I've literally seen English people or British people from the UK, whatever you want to say, English, Irish, Scottish, maybe they're just specifically English people, arguing with Americans saying that the UK is a country, and the English people are like, no, it's not, it's a collection of countries, you fucking stupid Yankee Doodle dumbasses. Canada, the US, Mexico, UK countries, like British countries, Great Britain, other places would be forced to go to war against Russia. We do not want that, because Russia will just go back on its word, and although I don't think they want mutually assured destruction. Can you work buttons, please? Or perhaps there is a god and he just fucking hates me. But why me in particular? What did I do to piss the fucking deity off? There's plenty of people who don't believe in God and who are... Oh my fucking god, seriously? Is this for real? Are you seeing what's happening in front of your eyeballs? Okay, I'm going back.
Ton âme brûlera en enfer. Pour purifier ton âme.
When you're out of knives,
This is so retarded.
refill your stock by returning to...
Like, what the actual fucking Lucagen is going on here? Prodigious. Grow, Digi, grow. The Digivolution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know it was coming? My Digi-Destiny starts today. Let me hear you say, Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. With Digiwill and Digivice in hand, with a Digidynamic Force and Digiland, with a Digipast, Digipresent Collide. Time to Digi-size, Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Change into digital champion to save the digital world. Yeah, so basically that. Or change into digital champions to save and defend the world.
Ein Assassine! Locket ihn auf! Ja!
Okay.
Mit mir, du Narr! Du kannst nicht siegen!
This is fucked. This game is fucked.
Ja!
C'est trop facile.
I must just not understand how to fucking control this shit. It's not that different from freaking Batman Arkham games, and I'm so good at that. I think I'm really good at doing this countering. I don't mean to toot my own 7-inch horn, but you know. It gives me confidence that one, who I'm attracted to are telling me that I have a nice dick, and two, who are stereotypically seen as big dicks. Are telling me that I have a big dick. Oh my god, can we stop? My father.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly...
Fucking hate this game. I hate this fucking game. I have to say, like, just go watch the last few episodes of fucking Steven Plays Let's Play of this, because I cannot be asked to fucking finish this. I mean, I have all the games, and I got all the games partially to play them for YouTube, so when they were on sale. But when I was buying them on sale, I didn't realize, like, I should be going to g2a.com or like GOG or whatever other website has really like cheap games, cheap Steam keys and such. Oh, I got the fucking frame rate though.
Was ist mit mir, du Narr? Du kannst nicht siegen! Ja! Komm zurück! Ja!
Jesus, Harold Christ.
It's done then. Your schemes, like you, are put to rest.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
We, master of lies. You and I just two more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
But he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share.
No.
Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
I don't know what most of that was, because there's no fucking subtitles.
Well fought, assassin. It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
You may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Ask it then.
Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man.
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Vengeance then.
No, not vengeance. Justice, that there might be peace.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned with.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming, violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
You're kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes. In time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and peace be upon you.
Okay, so quoting someone on Reddit, this is about Ezio. Okay, the people have covered Altair pretty clearly. Basically, he lost his faith in the creed, and it made him question other things. He began to not believe in God, but his religion is the creed. He just said, well, that guy said you may not believe in him, but what is it? As we came before, atheist won't be, so about Ezio, atheist won't be a term until a number of decades after Ezio's death, and it will be used as an insult until the 18th century. That's still using it as an insult. Before then, no one would dream of using it as a term to describe oneself. Then there were people who fell out of Christianity, and the church didn't immediately gravitate toward another religion or paganism, but they still would have believed in creationism to some extent, as there was zero concept of most of the sciences required to understand, much less prove the Earth being billions of years old or the Big Bang or whatever. That shit was beyond people. So I don't know what. He lost his faith in the creed. With that, he began to question everything else around him. The thoughts implanted into him by the creed. He was taught what to think, and how to react to that thinking. he became curious because if such a part of his life, if such a huge part of what he thought was true was actually unjust, then what else may he have been lied about? Then what else may he have been lied to about? He wonders. It's just, they just probably wrote that very fast. Religion and spirituality fall on the same place. I don't think that you should say they are atheists, but they have looked past religion as a sense of guidance and trust only that which they've learned for themselves as concrete absolute truth. The search for the truth is long and holds no guarantees. Some men wonder why they continue to pursue the truth. Some wonder how they could have lived without pursuing it. Altair's religion is the creed, plain simple. In the codex pages, he asked questions well ahead of the knowledge of his time about those who came before, about life, and so the gods, ironically, and about what happens after death. All he does is question it, though no conclusions. I think it's safe to say Altair does not care because he knows his role as a prophet, Desmond, and believes. Wait, he knows about Desmond? When did Altair learn about Desmond? Ezio definitely learns about Desmond because the fucking Juno literally says Desmond, and he's like, "Who is Desmond?" Okay, Prophet Desmond believes the preservation of the creed is of the highest priority. Okay, the question was because oh, that was on someone else's some other question because someone says, I'd rather say that Altair is agnostic rather than atheist, which is a complete misunderstanding of what the word agnostic means. Oh, the post was archived. So the question involved, on top of that, when speaking to religious people, Altair refers. Okay, I guess this is someone's response. Altair refers to God as your God. He obviously does not want a part of religion. Ezio wishes that in death his so that's Altair. Ezio wishes that in death his targets find peace, whether through spiritual hearing or simply eternal sleep. He does not state his belief or disbelief in God. He says to Sophia on Revelations, "My church is not of God." This has varying meaning. Despite their beliefs or disbeliefs in God or gods, they know about the truth about the ones who came before and believe in the message of the creed. Work in darkness to serve the light. Nothing is true, everything is permitted, which basically means it doesn't mean nothing is true. It means you need to think for yourself, and everything is permitted, meaning you can do whatever you want, but you must live with the consequences. I think that's what that means. That's at least how I would interpret it as. Like, it's not actually saying it's not saying nothing is true, but it is kind of saying everything is permitted. The way I interpret that is you need to think for yourself and you need to face the consequences of any actions. But I think people take thinking for yourself too far, because you do need to listen to facts and like do your own research, but trust in like scientific statements and stuff. If like research pages are saying something, then it's probably true. Like, you can't say like gravity doesn't exist, because it does exist. It's not that literally nothing is true. Okay, this means that the foundations of religion, society, and everything that people hold to be true are weak, and therefore the creed should not support themselves by any kind of theology, ideology, or take anything at face value. But okay, this person literally explains what that means. That's literally what they explain in the second game or third game. The foundations of religion, society, and everything that people hold to be true are weak, and therefore should not support, and therefore the creed should not support themselves by any kind of theology, ideology, or take anything at face value. So you should always be skeptical and always look into things, but you shouldn't just be like, what I believe is the truth because it's my own truth and that's all there is to it, and I'm gonna just believe what I want to believe because that is stupid. By everything is permitted, they mean that the rules and morality are subjective, and that no ideology, moral code, I can't speak, or truth should stand in the way of doing what is necessary to serve the light, support human independence and free thought. So yeah, so no moral code. So you should always support human independence and free thought, even if that involves like murder or questioning beliefs, or I suppose. Fun fact, the real assassins were Nizari Muslims, but that is not relevant because, I don't know, do people care about Altair being a Muslim? Probably not. The Hashashins were against the Sunni and killed them for political reasons and were eventually called assassins. It's historically accurate. It wouldn't make sense for a Middle Eastern assassin to be Christian. If he were Christian during that time, he'd be part of the Knights Templar. I'd say it was a Catholic who was trying to kill the Pope, so religion doesn't mean much anyway. Yeah, that's true. ISIS go against the Quran, but their interpretation is that they're doing the right thing. As a Catholic, I'd love to see the justification of killing the Pope. He's a dick, or he was in that game. To be honest, the big man is not a fan of killing. A big fan of more of forgiving, forgetting, but that wouldn't make for a good game. Okay, I'm sorry. God isn't a big fan of killing. You're talking about Assassin's Creed, which the first game of which is set during the fucking Crusade. So basically God wouldn't have agreed with the Crusade just because people of God kill doesn't mean that God would be okay with all of it. But he allows it because of free will. Okay, but what? Where does he draw the line between his master plan and free will? He has a plan for everything, but he also allows free will. Just like how, if there's a God with a plan, then he created me to have neurofibromatosis, and for that to eventually cause me chronic pain for 6 years before being diagnosed with a rare, aggressive fucking cancer that might kill me in the next few years, or might kill me in the next fucking few decades. Who knows? But why? I don't believe in a god or gods, but there is the whole, like, if I'm gonna live a long life, there is the only the silver lining of me having cancer and not being able to work is not having to be forced into a certain career. And maybe, just maybe, this stuff, my writing, my Python game development, which is all going very slowly, maybe this will work out in the end. And if it doesn't work out for me getting rich and famous or whatever, it don't have to be rich and famous, like making money off of YouTube, streaming, Twitch, writing, game development, maybe I can change the world for the better. At least do something. Even if I make someone's fucking day or week or month or year, I will be happy. Like, I don't have to cure cancer. I mean, if I cured cancer, then that would be great. But I don't have the credentials to cure cancer. And also, I have cancer, so I would be curing cancer for selfish reasons. But it's not selfish reasons either, as well. I want to cure cancer, but also NF. I probably put neurofibromatosis above cancer. That might be a little selfish. How about cure everything? Including being a fucking idiot. With something other than a 2x4 to the back of the head.
I said get up, goddammit! Listen!
Oh no.
Seems your assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them. What's the situation down there?
We're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it, or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
That's been neutralized.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this.
Hour and 8 minutes, that's like, around the time of my silence in that other stream. I'm gonna fucking finish the game. Tonight.
Get up.
Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day, one that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
It'd be really cool if an Animus existed. It'd also be cool if a fucking dream scanner existed where I could literally, like, watch any dream I've ever had in my entire life.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning to Messiah, or by pickpocketing thugs.
It would take a lot of sifting through shit.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Al-Muallim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
when I was talking about having, like, picking people's brains, like, former religious people, or, like, religious people that are on the brink of basically becoming atheists. Also, I talk to them, but also, you know, anyone who likes getting fucked, love to fuck the religion right out of someone, a woman or a man. Like basically like a good Christian girl or a good Muslim girl, 18, 19, 20, 27, don't give a shit. Like, just fuck the religion out of them. Not so much to where, like, I am their god, because I don't want to be a megalomaniac, but, like, believe in me, believe in this dick.
The will of the Master must be obeyed. The world will be cleansed. We will begin anew. The will...
Only speak and show us the path.
No, like, you know, my whole thing, I've said many times, like, my book stuff is based on some sort of beliefs that I have, or things that I'm open to. Whole ancient aliens thing, but without the fucking Giorgio dude who doesn't want to, like, consider anything else with the fucking hair. And actual, like, evidence and, like, I don't know. Graham Hancock. It may not be this may not be the last episode, because, you know, it has to not be that long, and it's been an hour. So, over an hour. And I have to deal with this fucking combat from hell. Not that I believe in hell, unless, like, you're talking about hell, the place in Grand Cayman.
Get away from me.
Which I mentioned in the last Jedi Academy Let's Play episode stream, the one that was silent for an hour and 8 minutes or whatever, about that Caitlin girl who I went to school with and was, like, obsessed with. She lives in Grand Cayman. She also kind of looks like my mom, which is not good. And the way her, like, siblings are set up, it's the same, like, birth order. Oh my god, and that was that dream had her mother and my nan, who's my mom's mom. Thank fuck my grandmother, my nan is alive. Fortunately, Caitlin's mother is not. She died, I think she died when we were still in elementary school from cancer. I don't want to fucking make too many connections with me with that because I feel like that's disrespectful. And I don't want Caitlyn. I almost said her last name. I don't want her coming after me and kicking my fucking ass. Like, with her bare hands. Kicking my ass with her hands. I mean, she kicked me in the dick. No, wait, no. Kicked me in the shins? Wait. Richard punched me in the dick. Some guy named Jacob's little sister kicked me in the shins. The fuck did Caitlyn do? She has probably assaulted me. I don't know. I miss her. I miss a lot of people from my old elementary schools. I don't remember much of people from Holy Cross. I remember Ryan, who I started talking to him once on Facebook, and then he just stopped responding. He's a friend that I stopped talking to him because he stopped liking Pokemon and started liking Call of Duty, and I was like, I'm done with you. We grew apart, but I kind of forced it. Oh well. Brad. Maybe he didn't like that I was a little too comfortable with having my dick out near him. Before I knew I was bi, so I think in hindsight I was attracted to him. I think in hindsight I was attracted to a lot of guys that I grew up with, but I didn't know that I was gay for them. I don't think you can say gay for them if I'm not gay. Like, when you say you're straight and you're like, you recognize when a guy is good looking, I'm pretty sure that means you're bisexual. Or you're just confident enough in your sexuality that you are like, yeah, this is a good looking man. But you're not sexually attracted to him, which is what sexuality is. If you're asexual, but you're still attracted to someone, then it's like romantic, like, or I guess can you be physically attracted to someone but not want to have sex with them? Like, what would you call that? Like, does a physical attraction imply sex? Other than like physically attracted to like saying that an animal is beautiful but not wanting to fuck it, or like a child, like in a adorable little kid way, or like obviously you don't want to fuck them. Hopefully you don't want to fuck them. That's gross. Unless you are a kid, which is a whole other bag of worms. I'm not gonna get into that. I mean, I wanted to fuck girls my age when I was 10, like Caitlyn. Also, that's the first name of someone in my family that I was comfortable being attracted to. Because my little cousin's name is Caitlyn. And, like, I don't want to swipe right, is that the right one? I don't want to have anything to do with, like, women named Jillian or Joanne or Susan. Those are really old names as well. Like, even like porn stars with the name Jill or Jillian, I'm like, I just stay away from them. Because that's my mom's name. With a J or G, but still gross. But I'm fine with Caitlyn. Because of Caitlyn from my school. And there's Caitlyn Crouch. Ooh, I said her last name. What the fuck is wrong with me? From Burger King. I'm just saying first names and last names and saying where they worked. I shouldn't have said that. And her first name is spelled the same as my little cousin's first name, so that's weird. I don't know. And there's Victoria. Let's not talk about her. Friend of my cousin's. She's a little bit of a prude. She was like really offended by dudes on Tinder that wanted virgins. I assume most guys who are attracted to virgins are either virgins themselves or they just really want to deflower a virgin and they as an experienced person and show a woman a great time for their first sex. I feel like that's like noble. Isn't that a good thing? Like if you want to have sex with a virgin because you want a woman's first sex to be great instead of just eh. Because according to that 70s show, when guys have sex for the first time, it's like mind-blowing. But when women have sex when women or girls have sex for the first time, it's like eh. Because the guys they had sex with were virgins. So it was like eh. Kind of whatever. Oh, this game is fucking ridiculous.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns or climb over buildings to break.
Fucking, I'm gonna end the video here. So in the next episode, I will fucking finish the game. Alright? That's gonna be it for this episode of Let's Play. Wait, did I finish my thought? I want to pick the brains of people who are on the brink of being atheists. I want to talk about comparative mythology and kind of, you know, see if we can find the truth in all the bullshit. Find the needle in the haystack. And I also want to fuck a formerly Catholic atheist woman and a formerly Muslim atheist woman that like just became that, just to get the rest of it out. But it's obviously not getting it out. It's just the, you know, like fuck the religion out of them. I mean, you could like fucking ball slapping hard fucking rough sex and still believe in God. That's Luigi's Mansion playing. My Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion playing. Ooh. Or whatever. Anyways, that's gonna be at the end of this. And also, what else was there? Comparative mythology, all that. Sex. A friend of my cousin's who's kind of a prude, but apparently she's a virgin. I don't think she wants to ever get married. She said that she's not gonna get married. I don't think she ever wants to have sex with anyone, so I'm probably never gonna get that. I'd love to fuck her. She's a good-looking girl. Apparently she used to get bullied for being fat. I don't think she's fat, I think she's thick. She has a very... She has a obtruding chin, sort of. Maybe she used to be a lot chubbier. And she's very, like, anti-body shaming. Which... I think that you shouldn't make fun of people for being fat or for being really skinny, but you should also not call huge, overweight, fat people beautiful, because it's not. If you are unhealthy, then you're saying, I'm still good looking, or this is okay. It is promoting being unhealthy, and that sends the wrong message to children. There's a lot of people who are not healthy, but are not fat or like really fat or really skinny. Like, I'm not really healthy, even without the cancer. I'm not, I don't think I'm that good looking, but there's a lot of people who are not in shape who are still good looking. There's a lot of people who are big who are fucking gorgeous, like her. There's a lot of people who are thick, like there's some thick babes and there's some petite babes that turn me on. Why, like, the my repertoire of admired porn actresses, or like just actresses or models, I guess. I don't really go on Instagram and follow models. I watch a lot of porn, I guess. But I like some thick babes, and I like some petite babes. The petite thing is like, oh, I can pick you up and throw you around like a rag doll. No, I can't. I can watch a fucking dude that's bigger than me do that. I can watch a dude that's bigger than me do that and pretend that the girl is me. Because I like dicks as well as pussy. Because I'm a bisexual faggot and I like dicks and pussy. And, you know, if any Canadian, Italian Canadian, legal Italian Canadians want some dick, tell me. She's semi-Italian, Victoria. I gotta stop talking about her because I don't want her on my ass. Rather the opposite. Oh, Singa. But now I'm just thinking about like submissive Italian twinks. Doing some research on that. You know, usually it's Asians, but I find that me liking Asians as submissives is the same as me liking black people as dominants, and seeing the fact that there is an attitude towards Asian men that is an attitude towards white men that there is towards Asian men. And there's videos that are like, oh, Asian dicks are so small, I love big white dicks. There's the same thing with, oh, white dicks are tiny, I love big black dicks. Okay, there's fucking Asian dudes with big dicks, and there's black dudes with tiny dicks. None of that matters, and also the girth matters more than the length anyways. White, black, Asian, Indian, native, whatever, Spanish, poppy. Apparently the biggest average dick is from a place in South America and not Africa. But it's still like under 8 inches. 8 inches is maybe the absolute max that is comfortable for people. Most bottoms, if you will. I guess any woman taking a dick would be a bottom. Anyone taking a dick would want like a dick 7 inches and under, like 5 to 7. Apparently the average dick size in Canada is 5.5 inches. So I'm above average. And the average tit size in the US is bigger than the average tit size in Canada. And the average dick size in erect dick size in the US is 5 inches. So Canadians have bigger dicks, but American women have bigger tits. So that kind of makes sense. So like, big lumberjack dude fucking an American girl's tits. That is the ultimate symbol of Canadian American unity. If you liked the episode, this is going to be the end of this episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed. And it's, by the way, it's not Assassin's Creed 1, it's Assassin's Creed. That's the name of the game. It's just Assassin's Creed. This is going to be the end of this episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed. Probably the semi-final or the penultimate episode. The second to last episode. If you liked the episode or videos, hit like if you really liked it or them, then subscribe if you want to and haven't done that already. Comment and share. Hit the bell to be notified when I upload. Check out the links in the description or descriptions. Do whatever else you need to do or want to do, wherever else I may have uploaded this, wherever else you may be watching it in the future, if you're not watching it on YouTube. Also, favorite the video and put it in a playlist. Thank you for watching. I'm Anti-HyperLink. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Cheers.